And I'm going to go ahead and give you big waves right here, guys. And I want to let you know we're going to start this off tonight. And I want to share with you just a little bit about this call. And I want to jump right into it because um, a couple of things is going on right now. One is um, you. I decided to make a little public tease about a 12-week roadmap to leveling up your business, and I'm going to be joined with an industry veteran um, that Monday night I will put this call together. It will be at 7 p.m. Central. Okay. And everybody will have access to it. I don't know. We'll try to put that in the chats for the Monday night, 7 p.m. It'll be right before our corporate call. And so you go, well, why? Well, this industry, one of the things I've learned, there's sales is not a transaction based business. If you're building a network marketing company, it's a relationship building business. I see Tammy Mockby Melchizedek on. I see John Oakey on, and these guys could share it all too well, and many of others. Tracy Maserati. You got to invest in people, and you you got to create something really special to where there's a bond, there's a glue, there's it becomes sticky and it becomes a community and it becomes people helping people and it's bigger than just making money and it's bigger than just getting healthy. It's a lot of different things. And so through the years, you know, coming from being a high school football coach, one thing I loved was teamwork. I loved building teams. I loved that. I just didn't pay very well, but I loved it. Loved it. Loved it. I had my dream job, just not my dream pay. And this industry, I could take that skill set, come here and develop that. And over the years, it's been highly profitable. And so recently, I've been thinking about this a while as I was traveling and even before I was traveling. And I reached out to an industry legend and said, look, let's put something together. I want to put something together for the people. I will invest some of my money in this project. And I want a 12-week course because I want the ability for these people to get involved if they choose and level up their business between now and PXP. And so cool enough, the 12-week roadmap and the accountability and the things we'll be doing, and I'll share on Monday night, is going to take us through. And our goal is everybody that gets, I call it getting in the wheelbarrow. Like you get into the wheelbarrow with us and actually do it with us, you're going to scale your check. Who on here, put a one in the comment if you'd like to scale your check from where it's at to a different level. Like I hope that's 100% of everybody on here. So I hope everybody's putting a one in the comment. But how many people would like to be paid as their pin rate and even move to the next pin rate, right? So the goal of this 12-week series, and I'm not going to go into it tonight, but I'm going to tease you a little bit for Monday night at 7, is to give everybody an opportunity to do just that. It's to challenge your limits. It's to say, I'm going to go all in. And at the end of 12 weeks, I'm going to be really proud of what me and my team's created. So that is going to be available if you decide to take the challenge on Monday night at 7 p.m. And so we will have to put a cap on this because there's a reason and there's some exclusivity that we've got to create in this. And so if you don't get in there, we'll do another one, but we're going to have to put some parameters around it numbers wise. So I say that to say don't if you want to look at this, be on Monday night at 7. Okay. You wait a couple of days, it probably will be filled up. So all right. So tonight is really important for me. And I've been asked a lot right now about, so what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to talk to you about presenting. Okay. Like if you wanted to know, and listen, there's a lot of ways to present, but tonight, all I can do is share with you what Brent Palmer does. Okay. And then you decide for yourself. It works for me. But I've been asked a lot about Brent, you're doing these 15-minute presentations, and I want to share with you all tonight what I do. And I'm going to try to keep it to, it's really hard to keep it to 15 minutes when you're actually talking to a group of people. So I'm going to do that at the end. Okay. What I'm going to do at the beginning is I want to talk to you about something that I've been really dissecting in my mind as I've been at corporate, I've been at Utah, I've been dealing in data with the executives and the owners of what the different things we've done with the system of growth and ranks and things over the last year and a half has created. And my hope is tonight there will be some aha moments for you. And we're going to call this the road to senior officer and beyond. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to dissect it. Okay. Is everybody good with that? But we got to start it off. And hopefully I'm going to get John Oakey as a co host because I don't know. Maybe it's because we're both ball heads and ball headed. You know, I think he's got more of a round head than me. So that's good for him. All right. So I'm going to give away tonight. So he might have to close his eyes and just pick someone. And Andrea Rosser's actually, hopefully, she's going to put her number in the chat. And then you've got to send in your address so I can mail you a copy. And I usually put a little note on it and all that good stuff. So, all right. But before I do, I want to also tell you, I'm going to attach to all these giveaways tonight. How many of you know about the prayer of Jabez? Have you ever done that? I've got all of these. Look, it's really cool. Like I got all of these coins, right? And how many of you's ever had those before? So I want to read this to you. And I'm reading this to all of you tonight to start this call. And I'm going to include one for everybody that does, and I'll mail this to you. But it says, "Oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory, that your hand would be with me, and that you would keep me from evil." First Chronicles 4:10. I share that because I think to start everything, it's like we've got to pray. We got to pray that we're guided in the right direction. I pray that for tonight, but also like this industry, I got to pray that I don't get in comparison mode, that I don't get in letting greed and ego creep in. Like man, I get this skill set of these about a half a dozen things I need to do, and I attack it. And I'm comparing my daily effort to me. Like me and John Oakey are not competitors. We're not here to compete against each other. We're here to support each other, grow together. And man, there's billions of people on this earth, right? So we want to grow a company that is long lasting. How do we do that? We all grow together, right? I need John to do his part, even though we have no financial ties, and for him and Christy to go grow an abundant business. Because guess what? That helps Partner Co. It helps them. It helps us grow a long lasting company. And I want to do the same for me and my team and what we're doing. And so, man, I pray that for us all today, don't compare, don't get caught up in compare, get caught up in going pro. Get caught up in bettering your game for this profession. And hopefully that's what tonight is. So, first giveaway, you'll like this. I'm actually going to send you a Jim Rohn journal. Okay. And I'm also going to send you a book. It's actually a really cool book. John will like this. It's called No Chairs Make for a Short Meeting. It's a really good read. Okay. So, all right. So, put a two. We're going to go with a two. Put a two in the comment. Just get them rolling. Get them rolling. Two, 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 two. John's going to close his eyes and he's going to land his hand on somebody. Here we go.
Here we
5,
go.
4, 3, 2, 1. Who we got, John?
Christy Oakey. Just kidding. Okay, hold on a minute. That'd be hilarious. Just kidding. All right, boom. Oh, Oh, they're still going. Oh, go. Hold on. Too many going. Hold on a second. Oh my gosh. Okay, everyone. Here we go. It's going to be, I can't do that one because it says iPhone. It's going to be Abby's iPhone 2. Abby's iPhone 2.
Abby's iPhone 2. You're the winner right here. So I'm going to put this. Andrea, remind me of what they
I'm gonna
want.
put Andrea Rosser where her name is.
Okay. Abby, great job. All right, I got to get right into this now. So, okay, I've got some to give away though. We'll have to be quick. John, you'll have to be quick on the fly tonight.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Thank you for your help. Andrea said everybody's sending her the address. Okay, no one send her the address unless you win. Okay, sorry. Confusion. All right, so tonight I want to talk about the roadmap to senior officer. And I want to break it down. I want to move kind of slow, okay? But I really want you to focus right here, okay? So, I want you to think about this. The telescope view, not the microscope view. Microscope's close up, telescope's far off. Telescope view, if you want to be a senior officer in this company, do you realize a paid as senior officer? We've done the data in the company. It's $160,000 a year of income, $13,000 a month plus. So if you want to be a senior officer paid as in the company, hey, put a 10 in the comments, right? Look how cool this is. Our goal this year for the company is to produce 100 senior officers. Okay? And that's the telescope view. Okay. And if you're already a senior officer and beyond, this is for you. We're just going to produce more of them. So, telescope view, who wants to be senior officer? $160,000 a year of income, 13 plus thousand a month. Okay. Good deal. Good deal. I want you to do that. So, this is for you tonight. So, here's the thing. Let's now bring it back to the microscope view. And here's the microscope view. I'm going to break this system down for you really quick. The first thing that we have to do, the first thing you have to do, the first thing that any person that joins as a brand partner has to do is they have to get, and by the way, my board quit on me behind me. So I had to go quickly buy a new board. Okay. So my interactive board quit. So in your first 4 Fridays, okay, first 4 Fridays, I'm gonna try to write good. We want to get you to ultimate status in the comp plan, which is 1,500 points if you're in the US. Okay, 1,500. I'm going to use that scenario tonight. Okay, I hear from Mexico. If you're in Mexico, that's 800 points to ultimate. Okay, you're in the US, it's 1,500 points. So, what does that do? Okay, I just want to take this elite. I want to take this. It pays you 30% commissions, anything forever and always for that ultimate going through their website. What's going to happen? They're going to get 30% commissions on any PV they produce through their personal website for life. Never goes away. Plus, it unlocks, okay, 5 lines of business. So the minute you go ultimate, you're sitting here and now you have 5 lines of business that it unlocks. You don't have to build all of them at once. Can you build more than 5 lines? Yes, once you optimize them, you can. But here's the thing, you don't have to build them all at once, but you're given 5 lines of business the minute you hit ultimate. Plus, and this is a big one, it unlocks match pay. Now, if I ask a lot of our leaders on here, why is this so powerful? That this right here, just so you know, out of all the ways we're paid, match check, if you, the longer you stay here, will become the biggest portion you're paid. on a weekly basis. Everybody with me? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, so Ultimate is a huge thing in our company. You want to just blow the comp plan up? You get to Ultimate, you get everybody else to Ultimate. Okay, you get to Ultimate, get everybody else to Ultimate. It takes care of everything. You will blow the business up. So we can't do anything else till we accomplish this. Okay, cannot do anything else. So, but here's the beauty of this: it unlocks match pay. So I want to share this with you. In a lot of comp plans, let's say your line one becomes your biggest line, and let's say it does, you know, um, 20,000. You really hit a really big business, and it's doing 20,000 in product volume a week. Okay. But your other line, maybe it's your second line, it's doing about 300 PV. And your third line, let's say you're building three lines. Okay. It doesn't matter. Let's say it's doing a 500 PV. Just really kind of struggling to get this thing going off the ground. Here's the beauty of the comp plan. John is shaking his head right now. John Oakey is. Do you realize that you are going to make really good weekly paychecks off your what most people would consider their power line? Oh my goodness, my power line's so big and I have nothing else going. If you're Ultimate, congratulations. You're going to make really good money here. Do you realize we have people in our company that have not a lot going here yet, but they will stay the course, but they're making six figures a year off their power line. So if you go, is a power line important? Oh, yes. I have people in my downline making six figures a year, and they have most of their money is coming from their power line. So when you say, I just got a power line, congratulations. If you're Ultimate, you're really happy. Okay. So don't ever think of that as a bad. It's really a great in this compensation plan. But let me tell you something. We need to be really thankful because in most companies, in most compensation plans, if this was a scenario, there would be very little money for you to earn. Very little, like pennies. And that's what creates that's an unfair feeling. So I told you I was going to take it slow tonight, and hopefully each step I share, you'll gain some nuggets. So step one, and I'm going to erase this. You can go back and watch the recording. Step one, you got to get to Ultimate, and you got to get your people to the Ultimate status. Because it's doing all of this, it unlocks 30% for life. It unlocks 5 lines of business. It unlocks match pay for life. Never goes away. Everybody with me? Give me a big thumbs up if you're good. All right. So now, what do I do? So here's what I want you to think of tonight and ask yourself as I'm talking, are you doing this in your business? If not, I think this is going to be some really good things for you. So at this point, now, let me say this. Before I move to the next, if you're running the system of growth, a lot of you are, meaning you're posting twice a day. Okay. What is our goal with a new person? In their first 4 Fridays, we're trying to move in the US 30 boxes, okay? 30 boxes of drops. That's our goal. What is that going to net us? 2,300 plus dollars. Okay. Depending on, most people sell them for 160, somewhere around there. $2,300. First go. Plus you just generated 1,500 PV, which is what you got to have to hit Ultimate. A lot of people in Mexico, I think their goal is to move 20 boxes their first 4 Fridays, and they achieve the Ultimate status. But here's the thing: first 4 Fridays, 30 boxes, 2,300. running the system of growth. Okay. That's our goal. And it's for the new person. Think about this. Tammy Montby Melchizedek would tell everybody the power of this. Do you realize you have a period of time like you have a warm market on social media? And so every person that you open the system of growth up to has this warm market on social media. So, like, even though my drop sales might slow down 2 years later, I could enroll someone today that they haven't touched their warm market. That's the power. Okay. That's the power. So, that's step one. Got to get them to ultimate roadmap to senior officer. Can't get to senior officer if I'm not getting to ultimate, helping my team get to ultimate. Second step, once they get to ultimate, here's what I want to share with you, a stat in the company. It's data. Paid as rank, we celebrate all the ranks in the company. Every single week, we're celebrating ranks. You go to Partner Code Nation, we're celebrating ranks. We're posting flyers. We recognize everybody. But here's an important rank, manager. Why? Because a paid as manager for 1 year is earning 14,000 plus dollars. That is $1,000 per month plus. Okay. I'm just keeping the numbers even, right? $1,000. I was a high school principal. Do you know $1,000 would change my life living paycheck to paycheck? So here's the thing you got to have conversation with. When you get someone to ultimate, you got to congratulate them. They've made money in the business. Make sure if they don't already have a subscribe and save turned on, they get it turned on. They get that thing turned on. Hopefully they're getting it turned on day one, but they got to have it turned on by the time they hit ultimate. And then what? Talk to them. Pick up the phone. Celebrate them. Say, Linda Pittman, congratulations. You just hit ultimate. Girl. You just made $2,300 your first month. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Let me ask you this, Linda. Like I would love to help you create a residual income check of $1,000 a month. Would you be interested in that? Linda says, absolutely. Okay, Linda, we call it manager in the company. And listen, here's what we need to get to manager. In your line one, we need 1,000 PV. In your line two, we need 1,000 PV. Now, what I want to do, Linda, do you have any customers? Can we make a list? Do you got any people I can help you with? I'll help you achieve this. If we can get two people running the system of growth, we average about 10 boxes a week, at least, with a new person attaching their warm market on social media. So if we could get two people in my line one and two running the system of growth, moving a 10 pack a week, that's 1,000 in volume. That would get us there, 1,000 in volume. Notice how I draw it up. Haley Lee, how many times have we sat down and drew up on a sheet of paper a road map? She's nodding her head. We have sit down and drew up. People need to visibly see the game plan. So I draw this behavior up of what they need, and then I lock arms with them to help them achieve it. And then I teach others on my team to do the same thing. Okay. Is everybody with me? Give me a one in the comment if this makes sense to you. So I get someone to ultimate, then I have the next stepping stone conversation with them. If I could help you make $1,000 a month of residual income, would you want to? Okay. Vivian might say, no, not really. No, I don't think most people are going to say, no, not really. So Vivian says, absolutely. Then I lay a game plan out, and hopefully they're running the system of growth, and I can talk to them about the system of growth. Most people are. We've crushed the system of growth. So now, this is manager. This is step two. Generating this every week is going to do what? It's going to keep you paid as a manager, and you're on the road to making $1,000 a month plus. Okay. In all the ways we're paid. We're paid 8 different ways. And this is data from the company. This is not Brent Palmer is thinking about this. This is me going to Utah, me sitting down with the executives, and it's data driven in the company from over a year and a half. So once they've achieved this on your team, the third stepping stone is to help them get to vice president. So I want to share a stat with you on vice president. Vice president, the earnings is $35,000 a year for a vice president paid as for the entire year. So I'm saying that's about roughly about 3,000. Okay. If you include retail profits, it's definitely 3,000 a month. Okay. So for even numbers, I give the vision of 3,000 a month. Vice president. I got to have the same conversation. So when Tracy Mazeroski hits manager, I got to call her up. I got to congratulate her. When I build that flyer for her, I got to go, Tracy, oh my goodness, great job, lady. Listen, you stay paid as there, you're going to make $1,000 plus a month of residual income. But here's the thing, I can show you how to make 3. Would you like to make 3? See, it's not what we want out of people, it's what they want out of it. Like they got to want it, right? Like I can't want it for you. You got to want it for yourself. I've got to ask you, Hope White, would you like to make $3,000 a month here with Partner Co? And Hope says, absolutely. And then I say, look, I can show you how. Here's how you do it. You get involved with us right here, and I draw it out. Look, vice president is 3,000 in product volume in your line 1 for the week and 3,000 in your line 2. So look, on the system of growth, that's helping. Look, if I help 2 people run, if I help 6 people run the system of growth and they're moving because they haven't tapped into their warm market on social media, they're moving about a 10 pack a week. That's 3,000 in volume we've just created. Okay, we're not going to stop there. We're going to keep bringing people in. Look, so I'm looking for about 6 people over here in my line 2 to run the system of growth. Let's talk to your customers. Let's get your customers converted to brand partners. I will help you. I will lock arms with you. I will do the conversion slide deck with them on a Zoom, on a phone call, whatever it takes. But I'm giving the roadmap. I'm giving the visual. Let me ask you a question. How many of you took geometry? Maybe I'm the only one. I was just sharing this today. I said, no one ever gave me the roadmap of geometry. Like they just gave me numbers, and I'm like, this doesn't even make sense. Doesn't make sense to me as a young kid. But if they would have showed me the golf swing and how if you do it just right and you position it, the ball goes straight down the fairway. Now they put a story attached, a visualization attached to geometry. Now it clicks with me. Now I understand it better. Same way with people as you're taking them from step 1 to step 2 to step 3. You're asking them, do they want to go there first? You get the yes. And then you give them the game plan and the visualization of how to achieve it. And then you lock arms with them. And it's worth it to you to take relentless pursuit with them. And I'll show you why in just a second. So give me back just to communicate with me a 2 in the comment if this makes sense so far. I'm trying to be super patient and slow just so I can make sure you get it. Looks like we're good. So we're going to step to the 4th step. Why is this so important? Because I want to share with you how you get to the long range view of attaining senior officer. So So many of you said, I want this. I want to run for this. Well, here's the thing. It's $160,000 a year of income. And I'll be honest, that's not taking you away from what you're already doing. My son is making a run for it. I said, son, can you imagine teaching school, making your salary there, and you're making an extra $160,000 in this company a year? Imagine all the investments you could create, the rental properties you could do. Imagine all that diversification. When you were 35, he's 23. Imagine when he's 35, what he's accumulated. $160,000 a year. That's $13,000 a month plus of income. Again, this is not me coming up with these numbers. Real data from our company, okay, watching our brand partners achieve this. Paid as senior officer. I'm going to put this on every one so you don't forget it. Paid as. Okay. Now, if you've never seen this, this will make sense hopefully now. We're going to go 2 lines of business. Hopefully you see that at the bottom. So to achieve senior officer, you need 2 paid as vice presidents and 8 paid as managers in your line 1. And you need 2 paid as vice presidents and 8 paid as managers in your line 2. And guess what you are? You will always be a paid as long as you at least have this, you will always be a paid as senior officer every single week, and you've insured this $160,000 a year. So let me ask you a question. Would it pay us to get really good at focusing people on these top 3 steps of becoming a factory of ultimate? And once they get to ultimate, asking them the question and getting them to manager. And then once they get to manager, asking them the question and then working with them to get them to vice president. And here's the beauty of our comp plan. It has no sponsor criteria. Volume is volume. People are people. Just get them there. Just get them there. No matter who they are, where they're at in your downline, work with them, tap root, and get them across the finish line. And when I've created 2 vice presidents and 8 managers in my line 1, 2 vice presidents, 8 managers in my line 2, paid as, I'll always be ranked as a paid as senior officer, making over 13,000+ a month. And that is just science in the comp plan. I was talking to Kevin and Taylor today that works at our corporate office, and we were going through this, and I was sending them videos of me doing this, and they said, Brent, that's just it. That's pure science in the comp plan. Now, listen, I didn't say this was like a cinch and you're going to do it in your sleep. But at the end of the day, most people don't move because there's no game plan. Let me share with you my theory. This is my opinion, my call, my opinion tonight. If we just teach people the system of growth and just get them to ultimate, and we're just like, just post twice a day and get to ultimate, and then, just keep doing what you're doing. They're making really good money. What's the incentive to convert customers to brand partners? Like, John, would you agree? Like, if I've got a big wad of cash, I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Like when I was a high school principal, I don't know that you'd got me to convert if I'm like banking up 5,000 a month in my pocket with cash selling drops. But at the end of the day, there will be a point that my warm market will thin on social media. So guess what? I got to give it up to the new person because they have a new warm market. And another new person, they've got a new warm market. But you got to give me the vision to see that. And to me, this is what that does. It gives a stair step vision to get you to the ultimate destination of senior officer. And I'm going to ask because I know she will talk to me. Hopefully, I don't see her now. Can you unmute Tammy Maltby, Melchizedek? Tammy? I'm putting her on the spot. Let's see if Tammy's on. Okay, we made her a co-host. Hi, Tammy. I know you're gonna.
I
Thank you
hope.
so.
Can you hear
I,
me?
I can hear you good. Thanks for letting me put you on the spot.
You mean with
Like,
my hair, Brent?
no
Oh
one's
my
ever
gosh.
no one's ever safe with me. I'll call you out. I know me and Tammy's worked together for like 15 years. And see, Tammy, seeing this right here, seeing this in Utah, I've went over it with corporate. They've watched me draw this up on video. What do you see in this? Just someone that works with people every day. One of Tammy's the most amazing attribute is she literally onboards people the minute they enroll. She gets them onboarded. She teaches them how to post. She walks with them for 7 days. She ensures their success, and she stair steps anyway, people. But Tammy, when you look at this, what do you see in having this kind of this stepping stone to senior officer?
What do I see? I see hope. I see hope for every single person on this Zoom tonight. I see a system that you can actually work. You know, here's the thing. Our business, you are actually creating a business with our business. You're not, the quick money, all of that, that mindset, you have to put that aside. You have to understand that you are creating a legacy business for you and your family. And what a legacy business requires is a system that is duplicatable all the way down to the people that you're working with. And so that's what I love about what I see with this is if you want this, this is the formula. Some of you know I like to cook. I like to make really great cakes. I know it's not Slenderex approved, but I do like to make some great cakes and I like great food. But here's the thing, you have to follow a recipe. Like I can make a cake all day long. This is the difference between cooking and baking, Brent. Cooking is you can throw a little of this, a little of that. And we have a little bit of that in our business because you can do the business the way you want to, right? Like who Mr. Brent Palmer is going to be different than Brenda Carlton or Tanya or Linda or anybody else on this Zoom, right? It's going to be, the flavor is going to be different. But when you are baking, you have a recipe to follow. If you don't follow a recipe, you don't get the cake. You don't get the Maltby cake if you don't follow a recipe. So what I would say to you very simply is what Brent is showing you is a recipe. It's a recipe to get you to where you want to be. Can you imagine making 160, 70, $200,000 a year? Put a 1 in the chat if that would change your life. Like, take a minute. If it would change your family, put a 2 in the chat. The reason you're on this call tonight and the reason you've taken the time and the discipline to do this is because you're 1 and 2 people. You're willing to follow a system because you have a desire that is strong and burning in you. And so I love it, Brent. You're the best teacher I know. I've said this for 13 years. You're the best coach, the best teacher. But I also want to say something kind of cute about Brent is I have about 29,000 tissues that have the roadmap on them.
Yeah. If Tammy, I'm glad you said that because if anybody wanted to know what I do, like while I travel the world, I literally just draw for people.
And they're
because
always on a napkin.
they're
I don't
always
know
on.
why Brent doesn't take paper with him. It's never paper. It's always a little napkin that kind of has a little lipstick, a little leftover food on it. But it's gold. It's gold.
Tammy,
So
thank you. Thank you so much. And if we can, I want to bring up one other person, and I wanted Tammy because she's the doer, right? And so you can, we'll move us off highlight Tammy. Thank you for
great,
that.
thank you.
She's the one that does it. Like every day I watch her, I watched her. And it's putting listen, stories, it's the power of storytelling. You got to put people into the story. It's the golf swing. It's I could learn geometry better if you would have showed me that that's what it was for, or that's one area, right? And so that's what this visualization, when the time comes for them, do you want it? If I could get you to there, and then let me show you how you do it, right? Doesn't matter about senior officer until I get them to manager. Like I got to give them the stair step. Okay. And then I want to leave you with this tonight. And I'm going to ask one other person. And I want to ask Haley Lee. She's like, oh my goodness, I know you're coming to me. And I'll tell you in just a second why I want Haley. But I want to give you this visual as we end, and you can go back and you can look at this, and what I would do. This is what I tell my son. Peyton's probably on here. I tell my son, look, if you want to get really good, write it down over and over and over and over and over and over again. Right? Write it down, like put it in front, like do it to where you can just whip it out on a napkin. Boom, there it is. Whip it out on a sheet of paper. There it is. Like you can write the game plan in your sleep because you practiced it so much. And so I want to leave you with this, and then you want to hear what Haley has to say. Okay. I'm already gonna, so don't leave. And I've got a few giveaways. And next week we will actually do the presentation. So I want you to imagine okay? You tonight, you go, I'm going to get good at this. I'm going to make a list of all my ultimate people. Everybody that's not ultimate, I'm going to know who they are in my lines. Everybody that is ultimate, I want to know who they are. Why? Because I got to call them up this week, right now, and ask them, if I could help you make $1,000 of residual income, would you want to? Yeah. All right. I need to show you how, and I'll lock arms with you and help you achieve it. You need to make a list of all your managers that hadn't went to vice president yet. Go have a conversation with them. And then you need to have a conversation with all your vice presidents that want to get that want to get senior officer. And you need to teach them this and tell them to do the same thing. That's the blueprint. That is the blueprint. There's a reason Haley's coming back on, but I want you to or coming back or coming on in just a second. I want you to think about this. Okay. I told you when you got ultimate, you're going to get 5 lines of business. Okay. Now, you do this. By the way, Monday night, 7 p.m. I'm about to, we're about to, anybody that wants to go from now to PXP, rank advance, level up, take your income to the next level, 7 o'clock Monday night. Be there. Listen to it. 2 vice presidents, 8 managers. Okay. 2 vice presidents, 8 managers. It's stats in the company. This is not mine. Here's what those 2 things are going to do. If you go after it with relentless focus, it's going to net you $13K. Okay. Paid as senior officer, $13K. This is senior officer doing, let's just say 2 lines. Okay. Now, you got it down, don't you? What if you want to scale your check? Go do it again. John Oakey, have you ever heard about this comp plan? Like, why does people not get lazy in this comp plan? Because when they figure out this, they go, oh, if you just do it one more time, you'll double your pay. So what if you do 3 lines, 2 VPs, 8 managers? I'm not saying it's easy. you're actually going to be CEO in the company and you're looking at about 26K. How about that? Double it, double it. I see it. I got it in my organization right now. I can tell you, it's just science. Corporate will tell you. Look, do it again, fourth line. Woo. Let's dream a little bit, guys. Now I'm a chair. I'm a chair person one. Better than that, I'm over 50K a month. Paid as chair one. Guess what? Do it again. 8 managers, right? Right? We're rolling now. I'm a chair two now. Chair two. Guess what? How about 100K? Okay. Would it pay you to buy into this roadmap, focus in on it, and just with relentless suit, you get them to ultimate? That's the first step. We don't get them to ultimate. We cannot go any further. We got to get them. Let's get them to ultimate. Then ask the question about manager. Get them to manager. Ask the question about vice president. Get them to vice president. Give them the roadmap for senior, hey, senior officer right here. So paid as, yes, paid as. I just saw that come up. I'm gonna say that 12 times before it's over. Paid as. All right. It's a whole go. Like if you do volume today, and don't do any more the rest of your life, they're probably not going to keep paying you big money, right? Okay. But this is recurring. So this is the potential earnings inside of this. But it goes back to the simplicity of those 4 steps I just shared with you tonight. So Haley Lee, I came back into town. I get a call, just fly in. And she's like, Brent, I know you've been out of town for a month. Me and Joseph, that's her amazing husband, we would love to meet with you and strategize to go into even the next level. Like they're doing well here. They want to take it to the next level. First of all, when you have somebody call you and they want that, that's gold. Okay, just know that. So I said, absolutely. I went to their home. I sat down. Tammy, we drew it up again. But Haley, sitting down, you saw this. You saw this. I gave you the action items of make a list of ultimates, make a list of your managers, make a list of your vice presidents, and go have conversations with them. You called me up 2 days later and you said, Joseph's already made the list. He's already got it in front of me. Like we're already making the calls. That's a sign of a true leader. Haley, when you saw this, what anything you want to add nugget wise tonight, because this is the roadmap. Like if you really want to take it to the next level, get good at this, in my humble opinion. So Haley.
Well, first of all, I want to say that I've been in this industry for 13 years and I've never had someone like you, a mentor, a leader who can literally lay it out as simply as you do. The fact that we have Brent as that person who can give us the step by step nuggets to getting to that next step in our business, regardless of where you are, is pure gold. And so obviously you're here on this call or watching this recording because you want some skin in the game and you're ready to play, right? But take what he's giving you, which is exactly, we had the same meeting just about a year ago. It was about 13 months ago. When I came to Partner Co. in January of 24, I had a serious pain point and I had to figure out this comp plan and go attack it. And so if the finance people say your why needs to make you cry, your why needs to make you work, your pain point needs to make you work. And so that's what you have to figure out in order to determine where you want to go in this business. And so we hear a lot that, oh, well, so-and-so stop running the system of growth twice a day, or they're saying that their drop sales have gone down. I've had several conversations this week with my team who have told me that same thing. My drop sales have gone backwards. And here's what I'm saying to them. The system of growth, and Brent, step in and correct me if I'm wrong. The system of growth is designed to help you launch your business. But at some point, that warm market on social media is going to know that you sell the drops. And if they're interested in drops, they're going to hit you up. Okay. Those drop sales are going to slow down. But this is what he's telling you is you've got to go find new people. If you want to continue to earn the retail profit plus, you've got to recruit. You've got to find people who want to do this with you, who see the value in getting healthy themselves and showing people how to get healthy by offering the products. And so go find your people. We are so baby brand new, all of us, to whether you're new to PartnerCo or not. The company is new and we have a tremendous opportunity here to capitalize on. And so it's just having conversations with people, is developing those leaders who want more out of their life, out of their business, and allowing them to step into that leadership spotlight and find themselves and help other people as well.
Haley, well put. Well put. And here's the thing. Go look at my Facebook. Go look at Haley's. Go look at John Oakey's and Christie's. We're posting twice a day, right? But at one time I was like, but you know what? I would rather the new person get all the retail than me collecting all the retail, right? I would rather be able to recruit and get them moving and making money and tapping into their warm market. That's team building. That's team building. And so that's what creates long-term residual income that we're all after, that creates freedom, true freedom. Like posting twice a day doesn't necessarily create true freedom. It's a lead magnet for you.
Right.
Because if you stop posting, guess what? There's no freedom. Like it's over. Like the money stops. So you have to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing that to attract leads. But guys, it's all about paying it forward to the next person in this roadmap. You've got to give them the direction. Back to you, Haley. And I want John, I know he's a co-host, and then we're going to give away some as we close it out. I want him to give some thoughts too. So I really respect him. Haley.
I just want to say one more thing, and that is the importance of the subscription. We have a lot of people in the company and in our organization who don't have a subscription. And that's something that we are actively working on to improve. But these people who say, you know, they're not interested in posting twice a day or willing to post twice a day, get them on a subscription. It doesn't have to be 100 PV if they don't want to be paid by PartnerCo, but get them on some sort of products related to their long-term health goals.
I love it. I love it. Haley, thanks for your leadership. Thanks for all you do. Congratulations. Just a brand new $10,000 savings plan bonus winner in Allie Albrit. We'll have to have her on possibly in the Dominican Republic. Because I know she'll be there with us. Big shout out to Allie. Congratulations.
Super proud of her.
John and Christy, before we give away this at the end, like y'all are here, guys, me and John and Christy, we have no financial ties to each other. We're just really good friends, and I would do anything for them. I trust them. I trust them with my kids if I had to. They're just amazing humans. But I just wanted you guys, as you listened in, any parting comments, anything you want to say?
Yeah,
I always value.
Christy signed up a person.
Yeah,
Christy signed somebody up, so she wasn't listening.
And
Okay.
guess what? Always get a subscription, and I usually always get 100-point subscription.
Yeah.
Yes.
I bring this up a lot because I know majority of the people on here, you know, are going slower than they want to go, right? And so you see someone like Haley, right, who's been with us for a little over a year, and she's at the same rank as we are. We've been in 11 years. She got her savings bonus in, I don't know, 8 months, 9 months. We got ours in 8 years. Okay. It was slow for us,
We didn't have a system.
but we didn't have a system.
We have a
the-
system.
The system was the game changer
Man, we
for
wish
us.
we would have had a system
Oh,
years ago.
I'd be a bajillionaire. The system works. But even then, as you talked about, right, Brent, things slowed down. We sold 800, 900 boxes of drops in about 8, 9 months. So far in 2025, I think we've sold 30 boxes. But we personally signed up 25, sponsored 25 people. All right. So for us, it's been more of that conversion of customers to brand partners,
I just signed
which that's number 25, I think.
Okay.
And on top of
I
that,
don't
our
know.
team has been building, and they are adding on brand partners, or like you said, Brent, they're getting the customers, they're getting the retail customers, which benefits all of us. So I know people see the Haleys, the Michelle McKays, they see the Susan Camerons just skyrocketing so fast. You're like, why is that not me? I just be patient. Be
Give
patient.
yourself grace.
Work the system. It's going to come. It's going to work. And you got someone like Brent just sharing his knowledge for free. By the way, Brent spent, I don't know the amount of money, a lot of money on personal development stuff. He's spent some money with some gurus. He's got knowledge that he shared with all of us for free. So listen to this guy.
John, Christy, love you both. And you know, here's my thing. Here's my heart. I first of all, I want you, what Christy and John said was so amazing. Here's what I want you to think about the next time you see someone going fast, but it's not you in the company. Thank God for them, because they are one person, one group that is helping this company be built to last. We're not here for a 5-year cash grab, 10-year cash grab. We're here to be like the S&P 500 over the course of 50 years, 100 years, right? Where you start here and there's this right here for 50 years, but guess what the curve looks like when you step away from the chalkboard? It looks like a straight line going up. That's for the people that stay the course. We're here to build a profession together. We're here to build a family together. We're here to build trust together. That's what is the glue that sticks in network marketing. It's when you bond with people, sideline, cross line, downline, you support each other, you have their back, you praise them when they're winning, even when you're not, because you realize that it's creating this beautiful company for us. We had a group just come to our company from another company because of the system of growth, because they saw we had a system. They actually saw posts going on twice a day. So if you go, should I keep posting twice a day? If you want the possibility to land somebody, absolutely, right? You post every day, twice a day, like multiple times. And here's the thing, and praise everyone that is contributing to the success of this company, because that builds long-term stability. And that's what we're doing here. That's what Darren and John and the executives have put together. And going back, as we're growing, continue to self-develop. This 12-week course we're going on, I'll lay it out Monday night if you choose to do it. It's all about taking your business to the next level. But then when you finish, here's my goal. 10 years from now, you'll look back and you'll still be using nuggets and wisdom and things you learned in that 12-week study and that 12-week accountability program and that 12-week thing that scaled your check, that scaled your rank, that got you back to the paid as rank. That's what this program is for. And that's why I'm here tonight at almost 9 o'clock in my office, guys. We have prepared, like I've been working on this, I've been designing this with an industry legend, and it's all going to be laid out Monday night for you. And you can have the choice to see if you want to be a part of it. I'm going to give away, John's going to help me with this. Again, your business brickyard. This is a great read too, by the way. So put a 2 in the comments. John's going to close his eyes. We'll do it really quick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hold on, mine's
Boom.
not scrolling. Hold on. Mine's not
We're stuck.
scrolling.
We're
Hold
stuck.
on.
Okay,
Stop.
there we go.
There we go. Boom. Oh, God. Stop.
Okay,
I
good.
saw Patty Norton.
Patty Norton. That's good. Patty Norton, you get the brickyard. I hope Andrea, if you're brickyard, Patty Norton. Okay. And also We got one more. We got one more. It's important to give away. I hope you're doing this on your team. Like it just could be a note. Like spend 10 cents, get a note to send somebody. Together is better, everybody. Together is better. It's a beautiful read. Okay. Simon Sinek. Okay, here we go. Put a 2 in the comments. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Elaine Martin. Elaine
Elaine Martin.
Elaine Martin.
I got your prayer of Jabez right here. I'm sending that to you. We're going to do one more as we end. And this one is one I love because I say it, I believe it. You want to know how business works? It's not transaction based, it's relationship based. Lead with love, lead with heart, lead with being nice.
Put me down for that one.
This book is called Lead with LUV, love. Okay, great read. Colleen Barrett, here we go. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. This is a hardback. Like this is old school right here. I ordered copies of them. So here we go. 2, 2, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who do we got?
Oh, I saw Lisa Boyd.
Oh,
Lisa
Lisa
Boyd.
Boyd.
Hi, good deal. All right, Lisa, I've also got your prayer right here. I'll be sending these out tomorrow. Guys, I will do a presentation next week, okay? I wanted to take my time through these steps, and I want you to know this as we end tonight. I love you so much. Guys, this is an honor to get to serve you, to be in business with you, to be your partner. And I promise you this, I will always have your back, no matter where you're at in this organization, in this company. I'll always support you. And what we've got our hands on is so, so special. And I just thank God every day that we're here in this position. So have a great Wednesday night. God bless. We'll see you back next week. See you.
Thank you, Brent.
Thanks so much, Brent.
Thank you.
Brent,
You got
Bye.
me.
Good
More you
night.
gave
Love you,
you,
Brent.
Annie.
Bring us
Thank
safe.
you. Thank you.